Welcome to this incredible journey through Portugal, one of the most charming and surprising destinations in Europe. Known for its rich history, stunning landscapes, and a culture that blends tradition and modernity, Portugal is a country that captivates with its authenticity and warm hospitality. From the colourful tiles of Lisbon to the vineyards of the Douro, the golden beaches of the Algarve, and the medieval castles of Sintra, every corner of this country exudes beauty and history. Get ready to fall in love with cities full of charm, unique flavors, and an atmosphere that combines the old and the contemporary. In this video, we will explore the 10 most visited places in Portugal, those you must see at least once in your life. So, fasten your seatbelts and join me on this journey through incredible Portugal. Belém Tower, the guardian of the Portuguese discoveries. Belém Tower, located on the banks of the Tagus River in Lisbon, is one of Portugal's most iconic landmarks and a symbol of the age of discoveries. Built in the 16th century during the reign of King Manuel I, the tower was designed by architect Francisco de Arruda to serve as a defensive fortress and a departure point for Portuguese navigators exploring the world. Today, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most visited places in the country. Architecture and design. Belém Tower is a masterpiece of Manueline architecture, a style that combines Gothic, Renaissance, and Moorish elements. Its structure consists of a main tower and a hexagonal bastion with 4 floors, including the Governor's Hall, the King's Hall, and the chapel. The facade is adorned with sculptures of intertwined ropes, armillary spheres, and crosses of the Order of Christ, symbols of power and faith during the Age of Discoveries. History and significance. The tower was built between 1514 and 1520 to protect the entrance to the port of Lisbon and commemorate Vasco da Gama's expedition to India. In addition to its military function, Belém Tower also served as a lighthouse, customs house, and even a prison. Its strategic location on the Tagus River made it a key landmark in the city's defense and a symbol of Portuguese maritime expansion. Visit and experience. Visitors can explore the interior of the tower, climbing narrow staircases to reach the different levels, and the terrace, which offers panoramic views of the Tagus River and the city of Lisbon. The bastion, with its cannon emplacements and watchtowers, provides a unique glimpse into the military architecture of the time. The area around the tower, with its gardens and river views, is ideal for strolls and photos. Belém Tower is a testament to the grandeur and innovation of the Age of Discoveries. Its impressive architecture and fascinating history make it a must-see destination for those visiting Lisbon, encapsulating the essence of an era that transformed the world. Jerónimos Monastery, the jewel of Manueline architecture. The Jerónimos Monastery, located in the Belém district of Lisbon, is one of the most impressive examples of Manueline architecture and one of Portugal's most visited monuments. Built in the 16th century during the reign of King Manuel I, the monastery was designed to celebrate the Age of Discoveries and house the monks of the Order of St. Jerome, who prayed for the soul of the king and for the navigators setting out on expeditions. Today, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a symbol of Portugal's wealth and grandeur. Architecture and design. The Jerónimos Monastery is a masterpiece of Manueline architecture, characterized by intricate details, maritime motifs, and a fusion of Gothic, Renaissance, and Moorish styles. Some of its highlights include South Portal, a monumental entrance decorated with sculptures of saints, angels, and biblical figures. Cloister, one of the most beautiful in Europe, with carved arcades, twisted columns, and a central fountain. Church of Santa Maria de Belém, The interior of the church houses the tombs of historical figures such as Vasco da Gama and Luis de Camões, as well as an impressive vaulted ceiling supported by finely crafted columns. History and significance. The monastery was built with resources from the spice trade, especially after Vasco da Gama's discovery of the sea route to India. In addition to its religious function, the Jeronimos monastery served as a resting place for navigators before their voyages and as a center for study and prayer. Visit and experience visitors can explore the cloister, the church, and the former monks' refectory, which now houses the National Archaeology Museum. The church is open to the public for masses and visits, while the cloister offers a tranquil and contemplative experience with its arcades and gardens. The Jeronimos Monastery is more than a historical monument. It is a work of art that encapsulates the essence of Portugal. Its dazzling architecture and fascinating history make it a must-see destination for those visiting Lisbon, celebrating the legacy of a nation that shaped the world. Pina Palace, the fairy tale castle of Sintra. Pina Palace, located atop the Sintra Mountains, is one of the most colorful and romantic castles in the world and one of Portugal's main tourist attractions. Built in the 19th century by order of King Ferdinand II, the palace is a stunning example of romantic architecture combining neo-Gothic, neo-Manueline, neo-Islamic, and neo-Renaissance styles. Today, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a symbol of the creativity and artistic vision of its creator. Architecture and design. Pina Palace is an exuberant mix of colors, shapes, and architectural styles. Its facades are painted in vibrant shades of yellow, red, and purple, while its towers, domes, and balconies are adorned with decorative details reminiscent of fairy tale castles. Some of its highlights include Queen's Terrace, an outdoor area with panoramic views of Sintra and the Atlantic Ocean, Courtyard of the Arches, an inner courtyard with arcades decorated with tiles and sculptures, Chapel, a small chapel with stained glass windows and carved wood details. History and significance. The palace was built on the ruins of a 16th-century Jeronimos monastery, which was severely damaged by the 1755 earthquake. King Ferdinand II, a lover of the arts and nature, transformed the site into a summer palace for the royal family, creating a romantic retreat surrounded by lush gardens. Pina Park. The palace is surrounded by Pina Park, a 200-hectare area with trails, lakes, fountains, and exotic plant species. The park was designed to be a romantic garden, with winding paths and surprising views. Visit and experience visitors can explore the interior of the palace, which includes rooms decorated with period furniture and objects, such as the Arab Room and the Deer Room. The terrace offers one of the best views of Sintra and its surroundings. The park is ideal for leisurely strolls, with special attention to the chalet of the Countess of Edler, a small country house built by King Ferdinand II and his second wife. Pina Palace is more than a castle. It is a work of art that combines history, nature, and imagination. Its dazzling beauty and magical atmosphere make it a must-see destination for those visiting Sintra, encapsulating the essence of a country that celebrates its heritage and creativity. Alfama, the historic heart of Lisbon. The Alfama district, located in the heart of Lisbon, is one of the oldest and most charming neighborhoods in the city, known for its narrow streets, colorful houses, and authentic atmosphere. This maze of alleys and staircases is a testament to Lisbon's history, having survived the 1755 earthquake and maintained its medieval essence. Alfama is also the birthplace of fado, the traditional Portuguese music that resonates in its bars and restaurants, creating a unique and emotional atmosphere. Architecture and design. Alfama is a neighborhood of contrasts, where medieval architecture blends with Moorish and traditional elements. The houses, often decorated with tiles and flower-filled balconies, are built on steep hills, offering stunning views of the Tagus River. History and significance. Alfama was originally a Moorish neighborhood, and its name derives from the Arabic word alhama, meaning hot springs. After the Christian Reconquista, the neighborhood became home to fishermen and workers, maintaining its unique identity throughout the centuries. Today, it is a symbol of Lisbon's resilience and popular culture. Culture and traditions. Alfama is the heart of fado, the melancholic and poetic music that expresses the Portuguese soul. Fado bars and houses, such as Clube de Fado and Casa de Linares, offer emotional performances that attract visitors from around the world. The neighborhood is also known for its popular festivals, such as the Festas de Santo Antonio, which take place in June and fill the streets with music, dance, and traditional food. Visit and experience. Visitors can explore Alfama on foot, getting lost in its narrow streets and discovering small shops, cozy cafes, and hidden alleys. The Elétrico 28, a historic tram, is a charming way to tour the neighborhood and its hills. At night, the neighborhood comes alive with fado music and the animation of local bars. Alfama is more than a neighborhood. It is a journey through time and a celebration of Lisbon life. Its narrow streets, stunning views, and emotional music make it a must-see destination for those visiting Lisbon, encapsulating the essence of a city that proudly preserves its history and traditions. Dom Luís de Ferreira Bridge, the symbol of Porto and the Douro. The Dom Luís de Ferreira Bridge, connecting the cities of Porto and Vila Nova de Gaia, is one of Portugal's most recognizable icons and a landmark of 19th-century iron architecture. Designed by Belgian engineer Théophile Seyrig, a disciple of Gustave Eiffel, the bridge was inaugurated in 1886 and quickly became a symbol of innovation and connection between the two banks of the Douro River. With its imposing structure and dazzling views, the bridge is one of Porto's most visited tourist attractions. Architecture and design. The Dom Luís de Ferreira Bridge is an engineering masterpiece, with two levels serving different purposes. Upper level, at 395 meters long and 8 meters wide, this level is used by the metro and pedestrians, offering panoramic views of the Douro River, Porto's wine cellars, and the cities of Porto and Vila Nova de Gaia. Lower level, at 174 meters long, this level is used by cars and pedestrians, connecting the riverside areas of the two cities. The bridge is made of wrought iron, with arches spanning the river, creating an elegant and functional structure. Its height of 45 meters above the river level allows for the passage of ships, keeping river traffic active. History and significance. The Dom Luís de Ferreira Bridge was built to replace an old suspension bridge and became a symbol of Porto's modernization in the 19th century. Its name pays homage to King Luís I, who reigned at the time of its construction. The bridge not only facilitated transportation between the two banks, but also became an icon of the city's identity. Visit and experience. The bridge is an ideal place for walking, especially on the upper level, where visitors can enjoy spectacular views of the Douro River and the surrounding cities. At night, the bridge is illuminated, creating a magical scene reflected in the river's waters. The riverside area, both in Porto and Vila Nova de Gaia, is full of bars, restaurants, and port wine cellars, offering a complete experience for visitors. The Dom Luís de Ferreira Bridge is a must-see destination for those visiting Porto. Its dazzling architecture, panoramic views, and historical significance make it a symbol of the city, encapsulating the essence of a region that celebrates its heritage and innovation. Historic center of Porto, a labyrinth of history and culture. The historic centre of Porto, declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1996, is one of the most charming and vibrant neighbourhoods in Portugal. Located on the north bank of the Douro River, this maze of narrow streets, colourful buildings and Baroque churches is a testament to the city's rich history and culture. The historic centre is the heart of Porto, where tradition blends with modernity, creating a unique and welcoming atmosphere. Architecture and design. The historic centre of Porto is a mix of architectural styles, from medieval to Baroque and contemporary. Some of its highlights include Ribeira, the riverside district with its colourful houses, traditional restaurants and lively bars is one of the city's most photographed spots. Church of San Francisco, an impressive example of Gothic architecture with a richly decorated interior in gold. Palacio da Bolsa, a neoclassical building housing luxurious rooms such as the Arab Room, inspired by the Alhambra in Granada. History and significance. Porto has a history dating back to Roman times, but it was during the Middle Ages that the city became an important commercial and cultural centre. The historic centre preserves this legacy with buildings that tell the story of a city that grew around the trade of port wine and navigation on the Douro River. Culture and traditions. The historic centre of Porto is a hub of culture and traditions. Livraria Lello, one of the most beautiful bookstores in the world, inspired J.K. Rowling in the creation of Hogwarts. The neighbourhood is also known for its popular festivals, such as São João, which fills the streets with music, dance, and balloons. Visit and experience visitors can explore the historic centre on foot, discovering hidden alleys, charming squares, and stunning viewpoints overlooking the Douro River. The Elétrico 1, a historic tram, is a charming way to tour the neighbourhood. At night, Ribeira comes alive with live music and a vibrant nightlife. The historic centre of Porto is more than a neighbourhood. It is a journey through time and a celebration of Porto life. Its narrow streets, historic buildings and vibrant atmosphere make it a must-see destination for those visiting Porto, encapsulating the essence of a city that proudly preserves its history and traditions. University of Coimbra, the cradle of knowledge, in Portugal. The University of Coimbra, founded in 1290, is one of the oldest universities in Europe and one of Portugal's main tourist attractions. Located on a hill overlooking the city of Coimbra, this historic institution is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a symbol of knowledge, culture, and Portuguese academic tradition. With its imposing buildings, dazzling libraries and lush gardens, the University of Coimbra offers a fascinating journey through history and education, architecture and design. The university is an impressive example of Baroque and neoclassical architecture, with highlights such as Joanina Library, one of the most beautiful libraries in the world, built in the 18th century, with gilded wooden shelves, painted ceilings, and a collection of rare books. Pátio das Escolas, the heart of the university, where the University Tower, the Sala dos Capelos, ceremonial hall, and the Chapel of São Miguel, with its tiles and Baroque organ, are located. Botanical Garden, a 13-hectare green space created in the 18th century, housing a vast collection of plants and exotic species. History and significance. The University of Coimbra was originally founded in Lisbon, but was moved to Coimbra in 1308, becoming the intellectual centre of the country. Over the centuries, the university educated some of Portugal's brightest minds, including poets like Luís de Camões and politicians like António de Oliveira Salazar. Its history is closely tied to the national identity and the development of science and culture in Portugal. Culture and traditions. The university is known for its academic traditions, such as the Queima das Fitas, a student festival celebrating the end of the academic year, and the Traje Académico, composed of a cape and gown, still worn by students on special occasions. The República, a unique form of student housing in Coimbra, is also an important part of university life. The University of Coimbra is more than an academic institution. It is a monument to Portugal's history and culture. Its dazzling architecture, unique traditions, and historical significance make it a must-see destination for those visiting Coimbra, encapsulating the essence of a nation that values knowledge and education. São Jorge Castle, the fortress that guards Lisbon. São Jorge Castle, located on the highest hill in Lisbon, is one of the city's most iconic landmarks and a testament to Portugal's rich history. With origins dating back to the 11th century during the Moorish period, the castle was conquered by the Christians in 1147 and became a symbol of royal power and the city's defense. Today, it is one of Lisbon's most visited tourist attractions, offering breathtaking panoramic views and a fascinating journey through history. Architecture and design, São Jorge Castle is an imposing fortress with robust walls, watchtowers, and a moat that reflect its defensive function. Some of its highlights include Tower of Ulysses. Originally used as a watchtower, it now houses a camera obscura, offering 360-degree views of Lisbon. Arms Square, a large open space that served as a gathering and training area for soldiers. Gardens and viewpoints. The castle is surrounded by lush gardens and viewpoints offering spectacular views of the Tagus River and the city. History and significance. The castle was built by the Moors in the 11th century and played a crucial role in the defense of Lisbon during the Christian Reconquista. After its conquest by King Afonso Henriques, the first king of Portugal, the castle became the royal residence and the political center of the kingdom. Over the centuries, the castle underwent several renovations but maintained its importance as a symbol of power and resistance. Visit and experience visitors can explore the walls, towers, and gardens of the castle, as well as visit the Castle Museum, which displays archaeological artifacts and tells the history of the site. The camera obscura in the Tower of Ulysses offers a unique experience. With real-time views of the city, the castle also hosts cultural events such as concerts and exhibitions. São Jorge Castle is more than a fortress. It is a testament to Lisbon's history and culture. Its dazzling views, impressive architecture, and historical significance make it a must-see destination for those visiting the city, encapsulating the essence of a nation that values its heritage and traditions. Praia da Marinha, the jewel of the Algarve. Praia da Marinha, located in the Algarve, is often considered one of the most beautiful beaches in Europe and one of Portugal's most stunning destinations. With its golden cliffs, crystal-clear waters, and impressive rock formations, Praia da Marinha is a paradise for nature lovers and photographers. This beach, part of the Costa Vicentina and Southwest Alentejano Natural Park, is a perfect example of the natural beauty of the Portuguese coastline. Natural architecture and landscape. Praia da Marinha is famous for its unique landscape, which includes golden cliffs. The limestone cliffs, sculpted by wind and sea, create a dramatic and dazzling setting. Arches and caves. The rock formations, including the iconic Arco da Marinha, are ideal for exploration and photography. Crystal-clear waters. The turquoise-toned sea is perfect for swimming, diving, and snorkeling. History and significance. Praia da Marinha is part of a region that has been inhabited since prehistoric times, with traces of human occupation dating back thousands of years. Today, the beach is a symbol of the Algarve's natural beauty and a popular destination for tourists from around the world. Visit and experience visitors can access the beach via a staircase descending from the cliffs, offering spectacular views along the way. The beach is ideal for relaxing, swimming, and exploring the rock formations. Boat tours are an excellent way to discover the hidden caves and arches along the coast. Praia da Marinha is more than a beach. It is a masterpiece of nature that encapsulates the essence of the Algarve coast. Its dazzling beauty and tranquil atmosphere make it a must-see destination for those visiting Portugal, offering an unforgettable experience by the sea. Convent of Christ, the Templar legacy in Tomar. The Convent of Christ, located in the city of Tomar, is one of Portugal's most impressive historical monuments and a testament to the rich legacy of the Knights Templar. Founded in the 12th century, the convent was the headquarters of the Knights Templar in Portugal and later the Order of Christ, which played a crucial role in the Age of Discoveries. Today, the Convent of Christ is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the country's most visited tourist attractions. Architecture and design. The Convent of Christ is a masterpiece of medieval and Renaissance architecture, with a mix of styles reflecting its long history. Some of its highlights include Corolla, the original Templar church, with a circular plan inspired by the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, decorated with frescoes and sculptures. Main Cloister, an impressive example of Renaissance architecture, with elegant arcades and a central fountain. Chapter window, a richly decorated manueline window, considered one of the masterpieces of Portuguese art. History and significance. The convent was founded in 1160 by Gualdim Pais, the master of the Templars in Portugal, and served as the order's headquarters until its dissolution in the 14th century. After the Templars' extinction, the convent was handed over to the Order of Christ, which continued to use the site as a base for its activities, including support for Portuguese maritime expeditions. Visit and experience visitors can explore the various cloisters, the Charola, the Manueline Church, and the convent's dependencies, which include meeting rooms, dormitories, and kitchens. The chapter window is one of the most photographed spots in the convent, with its intricate details and maritime symbolism. Tomar Castle, which is part of the complex, offers panoramic views of the city and the region. The Convent of Christ is more than a historical monument. It is a work of art that encapsulates the essence of the Templar legacy and the Age of Discoveries. Its dazzling architecture and fascinating history make it a must-see destination for those visiting Portugal, celebrating the country's cultural and historical richness. And so we come to the end of our incredible journey through Portugal. From the colourful hills of Lisbon to the vineyards of the Douro, the dazzling beaches of the Algarve, and the magical castles of Sintra, every corner of this country has won us over with its authenticity, history, and, of course, its delicious cuisine. If you've also fallen in love with Portugal, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more adventures around the world. Until the next destination.